Once again, welcome back. So this is our lecture number 1.2c. So this is the third lecture. They are typically of 10 to 15 minutes duration, and it is part of the theory of abrasive machining. We are trying to estimate material removal rates in different machining processes and trying to correlate that, or we will be correlating that with different grinding processes. In the previous video already we have correlated material removal rate in slab milling and material removal rate in plant surface grinding. Now let us see what we are going to do now. We are going to talk about drilling, and in the first video of this 1.2a we have shown that in turning material removal rate can be expressed as VCS into T. But the question is, can I use this method in drilling? And second question is, what is drilling? Is there any similarity between drilling and turning? One can say turning generates a cylindrical external surface. What does drilling generate? Drilling also generates a cylindrical surface, but only difference is that it is an internal surface instead of an external surface. So it generates a hole. So if they are so similar, we need to evaluate whether the material removal rate can be calculated with VCS and T. So material removal rate in turning is VCS into T, that we have done earlier in the first lecture number 1.2a. And this is once again given here just to remind you. What is the material removal rate in drilling? So let us evaluate. So this is a schematic drawing of the drilling process. So this is a twist drill. Typically twist drill are made of high speed steel. These days solid carbide drills are also available, and this is rotating in this direction with a speed of ns and coming down in this direction with a given feed rate. The diameter of the drill is d. So this is the basic nomenclature of the different geometries. What exactly is happening? This particular surface and this particular surface, if it is projected here, it would be like this. This projected area has been shown here. This projected area is nothing but pi by 4 d square, where d is the area of the drill. As I said earlier, this drill is coming down with a given feed rate, and that feed rate takes it from this position to this position in a given time. So it moves in this direction. With what feed rate does it move? It moves with a feed rate of Sm, where Sm is given as feet per revolution into rotational speed of the spindle, Ns, or you can also replace that by N. So Ns and N quite often they are interchangeable. I would use them interchangeably. Now if I come to material removal rate, then what would happen? Material removal rate is nothing but the projected area pi by 4 d square, which has been shown here, and the rate at which it is being extruded or being shifted or fed downward, which is Sm. So this is my material removal rate. How does it correlate with VCS and T? Let us see. Now for that I require some space, clarity, so I am erasing everything. So this is how it correlates with VCS and T. So this is Vc into S into T. First I am writing Vc, pi dn. Now there are two cutting edges, so I am multiplying it by 2. This is one of the cutting edge, this is another cutting edge. You will learn about this, that this is called a chisel edge, but for the time being I am not using the concept of chisel edge. I would assume that there are two cutting edges starting from here and coming here. So TLS does not exist. Starting from here and coming here, this is cutting edge number 1, and starting from here and coming here, this is the cutting edge number 2. So this is 2. Now feed was given as millimeter per revolution. So as because there are two cutting edges, S divided by 2, that is my feed per cutting edge. Now instead of depth of cut, so this feed gets replaced here, this VC gets replaced here. Depth of cut, for depth of cut I have used D by 2. Why D by 2? See, this particular cutting edge is removing material from this place to this particular place. So this distance is nothing but T, which is D by 2, because the whole thing was D. This whole thing was diameter of the cutter. If I do it and simplify, I get this particular equation, and there is an anomaly. Where is the anomaly? The multiplier at the front is pi by 4, here it is pi by 2. So if I am using the generalized concept of VCS and T, I am getting an anomaly or a fallacy. So let us look at where is the fallacy. There should not be a fallacy, because as I said, drilling and turning, they are very similar. Turning is generating external cylindrical surfaces and drilling is generating a hole or internal cylindrical surfaces. So let us try to estimate where is the fallacy. Fallacy is with the cutting velocity. If you come here, at the periphery, the cutting velocity is Vc equal to pi dn. At the center, it is also Vc equal to pi d at the center into n. How much is d at the center? It is 0. So cutting velocity varies linearly like this along the diameter or along the radius of the drill. So what we have done is that we have written average cutting velocity, so pi into n, and d has been replaced by d by 2, which is the average diameter. So Vc becomes Vc average. Vc becomes Vc average, and S and T remains. So Vc average gets replaced by pi dn by 2, S gets replaced by S by 2, D gets replaced by D by 2, and there are two cutting edges, so it gets multiplied by 2, and then what you get is this particular expression. So as you can see now, both the expressions are same, whether you are taking the approach of projected area being extruded in this direction at SM, where the size of the projected area is pi by 4 by d square. This is the first approach. Second approach is VCS into T. However, what you need to do is that you have to use VC average. Why you have to use VC average in drilling? Because the the cutting velocity varies along the radius of the drill, because at each and end, every instantaneous point, the diameter, effective diameter is changing. So there is no fallacy in drilling. In drilling also you can use VCS and T, but only thing is that instead of VC, you have to replace it by VC average. Having said all this thing, I would like to remind you of one thing, that generally the nomenclature is that whenever someone is saying VC is 20 meter per minute, they are not talking about average speed, they are talking about this one for a drill, where this D is the drill diameter. This has to be kept in mind. If someone says the average cutting speed, then only you have to take this particular approach which has been discussed. Thank you so much for your attention. So this was the third video. 3 more videos are going to come on material removal rate estimation in different machining processes. And then in online class, we'll be using these techniques differently to estimate material removal rate in milling process, in different grinding processes. Thank you so much for your attention.